Seth, it's so nice of you to invite me here today to just talk a little bit about Access and the Access COVID story. My name's Kate McSweeny, and I'm Vice President and General Counsel for Access. And this has been quite a year. I was off to the dentist today, which was probably the first time I've been out of the house in several months because we started teleworking in March. And Access is an advocacy organization representing disability service providers across the country on issues important to the providers and the people they serve. And I spend a lot of time advocating in Washington, D.C. for them. We had sort of our game plan set out in January. We were in Albuquerque having a summit and planning the year. And then by 17th of March, COVID had hit. Everybody was teleworking. Everybody was hunkered down, and we really had to recreate our organization in a really fundamental way. I mean, all of a sudden, everything was different. We were looking for, funding became really important. Funding in terms of federal government funding. We're not grant eligible, so funding is a whole separate issue for Access, which um, anybody who wants to make a champions donation, we appreciate, but that's not the reason for doing this. But really getting information out to providers because they got really hard hit. I mean, a lot of providers had to close because the people they serve are at high risk, and it's been a really long year. They have been so creative, so brave, so tenacious. I go every Wednesday. I sit in on a Zoom call that one of our providers has doing rehabilitation services via Zoom, and it has been a wonderful opportunity for me to spend time with the people who I ultimately am representing in Washington in a really meaningful way. And that's one thing that I've really missed throughout this pandemic is not being able to travel, not being able to visit, not being able to see our membership um, and their incredible organizations. But it is, you know, there have been bright spots in this pandemic. Day one, I started, there was so much information coming in that I thought if we start sending this out to our membership piecemeal, it'll drive people crazy. So that day I drafted something, I named it the Access Coronavirus Update, daily update. And for like the first 6 weeks, it was literally every day, Saturday, Sunday, every day, just getting information about um, personal protective equipment, about the paycheck protection loan, HHS funding, anything that would be helpful, information about COVID, information that the CDC was putting out. And, that actually created real opportunities to meet people that happened to be on the mailing list and started responding. Having members join us because they appreciated all the information that they were getting. And because I'm a lawyer, I really wanted to drill down on a lot of that. I didn't just say, hey, there's this loan program. It was like, here, step by step by step by step. And it's been an opportunity. It's been, it's not all been bleak. Now, it's been lonely and it's been very quiet. And I kind of miss the people on my bus that I used to take every morning to go to work. And I miss people at the office. And I miss seeing Terry Farmer, my boss, the president of Access. But there have been nice moments throughout this. And one of the nice moments was that we started a Friday call that was open to everybody, Fridays at 1 Eastern on Zoom. And you joined us a couple of times. You were, in fact, one of our very first guests.
Wow.
And that was a nice thing. So there have been good things about it. It hasn't all been so dark. I think the holidays are going to come and go, and we're all going to survive them, and we're all going to make up for it next year, the visits that we don't have this year. And I think that's unfortunate. My dad's 91. My stepdad is 80, almost 80. So, I'm not going to get on an airplane and go to put anybody at risk. And that's, I look forward to seeing everybody in the spring, hopefully. So Thank you for this opportunity. I just want to say one more time that disability service providers are really the foundation of the disability service system, and what they have gone through and the bravery that I've seen, just the courage and creativity should be lauded. So thanks for this opportunity to be able to say that, Seth.